Students, in this video we are going to discuss about the working of institution. You know, this is chapter 4 of your syllabus, political science, chapter 4, working of institution. How in a democratic country institution works and how the country run, how the government run with the help of institution. We have to take note about this in this chapter. So first of all, we are going to start this chapter at how the policy decisions are taken in a democratic country. How the policy decisions are taken. You know, there are different institutions which take the decisions. In a country like India, you know, the supreme body is parliament. There is a government, and the government take the decision. How the decisions of the government is taken. So first of all, we are going to talk about the GO. What is a GO? GO means government order. Government order by in a written notice, in a written order, government issue this GO with the help of secretariat, concerned cabinet ministers and including the Prime Minister. This GO is given, government order is given, and policy decision, major decision are given by this government order. This is also called as office memorandum. Another name for this government GO is office memorandum. So this office memorandum is taken, and the decision, major policy decision is taken through when the parliament is not session. By this GO or office memorandum, the decision is taken. Now we see it by an example how this GO is taken and how the decisions are taken by the government when the parliament is not in the session. You know, decisions are taken by the debate and discussion in the parliament through bill. When the bill passed, then the decision taken. But by this process, in short, when the parliament is not in discussion, this is taken. Office memorandum or government order. You see, in 1990, a decision was taken. 13 August 1990, a decision was taken by the government of India that related to the reservation to the other backward classes, that is OBC. So reservation for the OBC is taken by the office memorandum of government order. 13 August 1919, other backward classes reservation was given. 27%, you know, reservation are given, and still this is continuing. So this order was initially given by the government order or office memorandum. You know, when by GO the order is issued, then there may be a lot of controversy. In this case also, there was a controversy over this government order. People reacted to this because 27% reservation are given, and the forward class societies which were not in the reservation category, they opposed this 27% reservation for the OBC. So controversy over the order is emerged, and a lot of confrontation is seen, especially in the northern and central India. There was a lot of confrontation between the forward and the backward class because at once this decision is taken. लोगों को ये पता नहीं था कि क्या होने वाला है. If there is a consultation between the groups and then the government take the decision, but in somewhat in very fast action, the government, in the leadership of Vishwanath Pratap Singh, government has taken this decision. So if the problem emerged, what happens then? People go to the court. The people go to the Supreme Court, they appeal in the Supreme Court, and the order was here. Okay? And the Supreme Court gave a moderate view of this GO. He gave some moderation. He has done some moderation in this order, and after that, he agreed that the OBC reservation should be given. The Supreme Court was also agreed on that pattern. So in this way, by seeing this example, you can see that how the government order is taken. office memorandum is issued and the order is taken. After sometimes, this GO must be discussed in the parliament. When the parliament session is convened, then this should be discussed in the parliament, then bill should be passed, and then it becomes a permanent law. In this case also there was a debate in the parliament and the bill was passed on reservation for the OBC. How this reservation came in the scene? In the year 1979, P.P. Mandal, in the chairmanship of P.P. Mandal, a commission was created to study the role of OBC. What is the condition of the OBC in the country? So P.P. Mandal look after this phenomenon, and he gave his decision in 1980. That is known as the Mandal Commission report. In this report, that is known as the Mandal Commission report, B.P. Mandal has recommended for the 27% reservation for the other backward classes. So when B.P. Singh was the Prime Minister, he take the decision by this GO that we are discussed now. GO government order के द्वारा B.P. Singh ने ये decision ले लिया कि OBC should be given the reservation 27%, and he introduced the bill later on in the parliament. बाद में parliament भी इस पर एग्री हो गई और OBC का रिजर्वेशन फिक्स हो गया. So मंडल कमीशन रिपोर्ट was submitted in 1980, and on 6 August 1990 its implementation was done when the government order was issued on this issue. Now in this chapter we are going to discuss another important topic: how the political institutions work in a democracy. A lot of institutions are there, different works they perform. Without institution, democracy cannot function. So what is the need for these political institutions? इनकी जरूरत क्यों पड़ती है? इन पॉलिटिकल इंस्टीट्यूशन का क्यों इनको बनाया जाता है? तो तुम जानते हो कि अगर पॉलिटिकल इंस्टीट्यूशन नहीं रहेंगे तो हु विल टेक द पॉलिटिकल डिसीजन? जो इम्पोर्टेंट डिसीजन है, पॉलिसी मेकिंग डिसीजन है, हु विल टेक द डिसीजन? देन देयर इज इंस्टीट्यूशन लाइक प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफिस, पार्लियामेंट, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफिस, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया ऑफिस. Such type of many institutions are there in the country like India. So important policy decisions are taken through these institutions. So first of all, this is necessary that institutions should be there by which we can take the decisions. Okay. Now there should be, when the decision is taken by the, suppose the parliament has taken the decision, legislate the law, then who will implement it? Then there is a civil servant. There is some civil servant. UPSC select the civil servant, IS, IPS. They execute the laws. Many civil servants are there and they execute and law. When some confrontation emerges, then the Supreme Court look after that. When there is some confusion between the law and its implementation, Supreme Court review the decision taken by the government. Okay, so need for political institutions are very necessary, because without institution a democracy normally cannot function. In this institution there is an important institution that is known as parliament. Why there is a need for parliament? What is parliament? इसके बारे में थोड़ा हम लोग बात कर लें. So parliament is needed to take the policy decision. Major policy decisions are taken by, important policy decisions are taken by this parliament, which is in India. Parliament have all the rights of this country. Constitutionally is the supreme body in our country. So important policy decisions are taken in the parliament. This is the final authority who takes the course of law, where the law is made. तो ये एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट जो है पार्लियामेंट का वो है कि फाइनल अथॉरिटी वहाँ लिया जाता है. मनी से रिलेटेड मैटर, हाउ द गवर्नमेंट विल फंक्शन, हाउ द गवर्नमेंट विल रन. So all these factors are considered by the parliament, because the budget is also passed by the parliament. So parliament is very necessary. This is the highest forum, अभी हमने बताया. और एक ऐसी बात है कि जो हमारे इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव होते हैं, they sit there and they debate and discuss about certain bills, and then that those bills become the law by the sign of the president. So this is a place of debate and discussion also. So there is a need for parliament in a democratic process. So if parliament is very necessary that pass the law, debate and discussion should take place there. All the cabinet ministers are answerable to this parliament. Prime minister also answerable. लोग जिम्मेदार होते हैं. पार्लियामेंट सबसे क्वेश्चन कर सकती है, सबको कंट्रोल करती है. पार्लियामेंट चेक द पावर्स ऑफ द मिनिस्टर. गवर्नमेंट का जो पावर है उसको चेक करती है. ऑल द मिनिस्टर्स आर आंसरेबल इन द लोकसभा एंड द राज्यसभा. सो व्हाट इज द कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ दिस पार्लियामेंट? व्हाट इज द कंस्ट्रक्शन? यू नो आवर पार्लियामेंट इज इन न्यू दिल्ली, एंड इन आवर पार्लियामेंट देयर आर टू हाउसेस. देयर आर लोकसभा एंड द सेकेंड वन इज राज्यसभा, जिसको लोकसभा को हम लोअर हाउस भी कहते हैं और राज्यसभा को हम अपर हाउस के भी नाम से जानते हैं. तो अवर पार्लियामेंट इज बाई कैमरल, दो हिस्से में है, दैट इज लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा. लोअर हाउस एंड अपर हाउस. लोअर हाउस हैज some important power. Money bill can be passed in the Lok Sabha. You know, the majority party leader in the Lok Sabha became the prime minister. All these powers reside in the Lok Sabha. Another important thing about the Lok Sabha is when Lok Sabha passes the bill and Rajya Sabha not passes the bill, then there is a joint session of the parliament, and you know the Lok Sabha have the more member. That is why when the joint parliament session is convened, Lok Sabha emerges as a winner. So the decision taken by the Lok Sabha become the more important in comparison to the Rajya Sabha. अब ये आप जानते हैं लोक सभा में इलेक्शंस होते हैं. 543 सीट्स हैं जिन पर इलेक्शंस होते हैं, और एवरी 5 इयर्स के बाद वो इलेक्शन होता है. एंड राज्यसभा अब एवरी 2 ईयर 1/3 के ऊपर जो इलेक्शन होते हैं. राज्यसभा leaders, MPs are elected for 6 years. So after every 2 years there is an election of the members of the Rajya Sabha. So these two powers, in a precise way, these two powers are there in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and the parliament does function and the decision is taken in the democratic country like India.